So how much money do you need in order to be able to retire comfortably? It's a super important question. It's one that we all have to ask ourselves at some point in our lives. And that's why I created this video, in order to give you some tools and frameworks to think about this issue for yourself. So let's jump in. I'll come back at the end of the video and emphasize what I consider to be the most important points. And until then, I hope you find this video helpful. So let's get to it. Many of us have heard of the 4% rule, but I think there's a simpler rule than the 4% rule, and it's just the inverse. The inverse of 4% is 25. Multiply how much money you want to spend in retirement, and this is a total gross number. How much money you're going to need for food, lodging, travel, entertainment, and importantly, taxes. So figure that whole number out, that gross number before taxes, and multiply that by 25. If you think you want to spend $100,000 a year, if you multiply that by 25, that's $2.5 million. And so that gets you in the ballpark. But I really want to encourage you to see a fee-only financial advisor, because it's almost like trying to keep yourself healthy. It's important for all of us, particularly at my age, to go see a physician at least once a year and make sure everything's okay. But it would be as if I said, well, I'm eating well and I'm exercising regularly. I don't need to go see the doctor. Those are the rules of thumb for health. Eat well, exercise, get enough sleep, drink plenty of water, don't eat a lot of processed food, not a lot of sugar, but it still makes a lot of sense to see a doctor. It's the same thing with the rule of 25, the 4% rule. That's a guideline, but it makes a lot of sense to see a professional. You don't want to be worried about whether you have cancer or not. You don't want to think about stopping to save for retirement until you're really sure you have enough money. So that's how you do the calculation. One of the biggest challenges people face for retirement is keeping those financial milestones from moving. Figure out what you need, work towards that. As long as your life, as long as your expectations for retirement haven't changed, really think about what you're sacrificing by continuing to save money, by continuing to build up that nest egg. You may be sacrificing things that really matter to you, experiences with kids, maybe spending more time with an aging parent, maybe getting in that once-in-a-lifetime trip that you and your spouse have always wanted to take. But the thing is, our health isn't going to last forever, and whether that's our health, our spouse's health, maybe one of our children's health, the health of a parent, if you have the window to enjoy these opportunities, please do not sacrifice unnecessarily to keep adding to a retirement account that's already sufficient for what it's there for. Start putting money into your adventure account, into your experiences account, into your once-in-a-lifetime account, because at some point, we're not going to be able to do those adventures. Okay, I promised to come back at the end and share what I thought was the most important point of the whole video. And that really is to avoid the temptation of having these financial milestones continuing to move. Find out what your number is, have confidence over it, work with a professional to make sure the numbers are right. Definitely, it's okay to have a buffer above that. If your number is $3 million and you're saying, if we had $6 million, we'd have an even better retirement. Well, you might, but don't forget the health clock is ticking against you. So that's what I think is the most important thing. Find out what the number is, strive to get there, and really avoid the temptation of not doing it once you get there, not actually retiring. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It does help other people find my channel. And until next time, I'm Azul, encouraging you to take full advantage of the youth of your senior years. Remember, you're only young once. Use this time wisely.